What if I told you, some people aren't just careless with your feelings. They were wired from the very beginning to destroy you. Let that sink in. Carl Jung, one of the greatest minds in psychology, made a chilling discovery that most people never dare to confront. He called it the shadow, the dark, unconscious side of the human psyche. And according to him, betrayal isn't always a mistake. It's often a deliberate strategy carried out by this hidden force within a person. You see, when someone hurts you not out of confusion, not out of weakness, but with surgical precision, it's not random. It's their shadow at work. Jung said something terrifying. Before someone can justify cruelty, they must first erase your humanity in their mind. Think about that. In their internal world, you're no longer a person. You've become an object, a target, a threat that must be neutralized. And that shift, that dehumanization is what gives the shadow permission to strike without guilt. It doesn't act blindly. It builds stories. You deserved it. You're weak. You brought this on yourself. Sound familiar? These aren't just thoughts. Jung believed they're psychological weapons, carefully constructed before any real damage is done. That means, long before they lied, cheated, manipulated, or ghosted you, they were preparing the mental framework to make it feel justified. And here's the scariest part. The person who hurt you might still smile to your face, still ask how your day was, still pretend to care. But beneath the mask is cold, calculated intent. So the next time you find yourself wondering, why would they do this? Stop. Start asking, what part of them needed to destroy me to feel powerful? Because, according to Jung, this isn't just about pain. It's about control. It's about a shadow desperate to stay hidden, even if it means burning your soul to stay in the dark. But you're not powerless. Not if you understand the game. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn next will forever change how you see manipulation, betrayal, and your own healing power. Let me ask you something uncomfortable but necessary. What if I told you that the person who betrayed you didn't act out of confusion or weakness, but from calculation? Carl Jung uncovered something chilling about betrayal. According to him, there's a psychological process at play most people never see coming. And it starts with contempt. Part 1. Contempt, the gateway to cruelty. Jung described contempt as one of the most dangerous emotional states. Why? Because it doesn't just create distance, it creates permission. You see, before someone harms you intentionally, they have to devalue you. You stop being a human being in their mind, you become an object, something to punish, something deserving of pain. That's how the shadow works. It doesn't just act, it builds a story. They're weak. They asked for it. They had it coming. And the moment that story takes hold, cruelty feels justified, even noble. Part 2. Manipulation, the mask of morality. Now, here's where it gets even darker. When manipulation enters the picture, you're not just dealing with deception. You're dealing with a shadow that has studied you. These people observe your emotions, your insecurities, your deepest needs, and then they use them against you. Passive aggression, strategic silence, false concern. They don't confront, they control. Not through violence, but through psychology. Jung called this instrumental thinking, treating people like tools to be used, not humans to be understood. Part 3. Privileged destruction, targeting your core. The most dangerous attacks don't come from strangers. They come from those who know you best. Why? Because only they hold access to what Jung called your core complexes, the deep values, dreams, and beliefs that shape your identity. If loyalty is your anchor, they betray it. If honesty is your pride, they lie convincingly. If reputation matters to you, they destroy it piece by piece. This isn't random destruction. It's precision sabotage. And it hits where it hurts most, your meaning. Part 4. Gaslighting, the double victory. After the damage is done, they don't stop. They twist your reality. They make you question what happened. Was it your fault? Were you overreacting? Maybe you're too sensitive? Jung called this the double victory. They hurt you and then make you feel guilty for noticing. It's not just manipulation, it's psychological warfare. The goal? Not just harm but confusion. Confusion that keeps you quiet, compliant, and emotionally unstable. Part 5. Why they come back when you heal. This is the twist most people never see. When you start healing, when you finally begin to rebuild, they come back. Not with an apology, not with real remorse, but with what looks like concern. They'll say, "I miss you. Let's talk. I was just going through something." But Jung warned, this is not reconciliation. It's a strategic return, a disguised attempt to reopen wounds and reassert control. Because you're healing, it's their greatest threat. It proves their control failed. Part 6. Conscious response. Your true power. So how do you respond? Jung said the most powerful response is not revenge. It's consciousness. Instead of reacting with rage, you respond with clarity. Instead of retaliating, you stand in your truth. You don't mirror their darkness. You rise above it. Because truth doesn't shout, it echoes. It leaves no room for argument. And most importantly, it lets you walk away with your integrity intact. Let me ask you this. Are you still carrying the weight of someone else's shadow? Because the moment you recognize it, the moment you refuse to become what hurt you, that's when the power shifts. This is your silent victory. They may never know they lost, but you'll know you won. Here's what Carl Jung taught us, and it may be the most liberating truth of all. No wanna-know, matter how dark, manipulative, or cruel, can strip you of your dignity unless you hand it to them. And when you choose to heal, truly heal without letting your pain turn you into the very thing that hurt you, that's not just healing. That's power. That's a silent, unshakable victory. Because real strength isn't about how loudly you fight back. It's about how deeply you stay rooted in your truth when everything tries to pull you out of it. You walk away clear, calm, unbroken, while they stay tangled in the chaos they created. So if this message resonated with you, if you saw a reflection of your story, or maybe the story of someone you love, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to this channel right now. Not just for more insights, but to stay connected with a movement rooted in emotional intelligence, deep self-awareness, and the kind of truth that sets you free. And if you know someone who's been manipulated, gaslighted, or broken by betrayal, share this with them. Not to stir up anger, but to spark clarity. Because once you understand the shadow, you stop fearing it. You rise above it. And that is the beginning of your comeback.